Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge because of this guy, the Uncanny Omar. I'm his wife and co-host, Astonishing Melanie, and together we are Omni.
There we go.
So good morning, everybody. Where's everybody from?
Gwen is on the spine of the direct market cover. Good job. Who was that? He was like, surely Gwen's on the spine.
Blas.
What a beautiful picture.
Sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly. Surely Gwen Stacy's on the spine of the Amazing Spider-Man Omni because her and Peter will continue to live a happy life and not like anything happens to her, right?
They'll continue to live a happy life in Mexico. That is correct.
Good morning, Kane.
What's up, Kane? Can I just say how hot you look with your glasses?
Yeah,
I like that teacher look you got going on there.
Because all of a sudden I
What's
can't
up, Aria?
see very well far away
Well,
or close up.
They look good on you. They look good on you. You look very sophisticated. Very librarian.
Hi, Impulse.
Maybe I've forgotten to return my library books. And oh, it's a Saturday live stream.
You're going to make me blush. Kyle's actually awake at 11. Woo-hoo.
Welcome to the party, Kyle.
Omnibus awake, and it's like 3 a.m, isn't it? Or 2 or something like that in Australia. Buenos días a todos los amantes de papel briso y ediciones coleccionadas.
That's really good. That's really good. You read those almost as good. But
I kind of trailed off.
What's up, Spencer? How about those DC solicits? Yeah, the catalog is almost done.
Tomorrow?
I'll be looking at the catalog with some friends tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To talk about the books.
Who's
Omnidog,
joining you?
Omnidog, Lars, and Jake from The Brave and the Boys. I invited my buddy Peter. He's going to see. Hello from Cleveland.
Hi, Chris. It's sweltering here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Do you think DC leaning into compendiums like with Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern is to test the market for future Omni or Absolute editions?
I actually have a answer for that. It's always good to see you, Sarah. I always love your Loki picture. The last thing that Hank and I talked about before he left DC Comics was he asked me, I'm so sorry, baby. Can you bring the microphone down a little bit? There you go. Not in the shop, but like that. That way they can hear us better. Okay. He asked me, hey, Omar, do you think if we release a Starman compendium, would your audience, he called them audience, would your audience be interested in that if we say we're going to do 2 of them? Or do you think they would prefer an omnibus? What do you all think I said? So I said omnibus.
Oh,
and
you didn't say your mom.
I said omnibus, and unfortunately, 40% of the workforce at DC was terminated, including him. So that really sucks.
And when did that happen?
Omnicron Percy, I hate that. Was right when he left. That was the last.
Like when?
2021, I think.
Okay.
2020, late 2020, early 2021. It was rough. And, so it was like, I think they realized that they had something there with the compendiums. And I think that's the route they're going to go for some of these books. I don't expect, Jack Knight is the man, my brother. I don't expect them to come to bring out an omnibus right around the corner for any of these series. Like Starman, I mean, we're still, when Starman came out? 2021, I think. So, I mean, it might be the way that some of these are collected, and that's all we get for a while, right? For a while. But
Chris, thank you so much for the
super dude,
chat.
Of course.
And let me get you a gift. Let's start out with Wolvie. Hi, Omar and Melanie. Could you please give a happy 12th birthday to my daughter?
Fion.
Rhymes with neon. Thank you so much. Oh, well, here, let's do this one. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fion. Happy birthday to you.
That's beautiful.
And many more.
I can't outdo that, so I'm just going to say happy birthday, Fion. You have a cool dad.
Have fun today.
Who likes Doctor Who?
Yes. So appreciate
Dana,
it. Appreciate it.
How do you forget that it's Saturday, Dana? Should always remember it's Saturday. We always look forward to Saturday.
Bonjour, Alex. Oh, and Velvet Suede is lives in Australia as well.
I've had far too much to tequila. Oh, dude, I'm so jealous. This evening.
Take around.
Just drop in for a morning greeting because you're both awesomeness. Thank you, Velvet Suede.
Thank you.
What is that, Velvet? Thank you so much for watching. Seriously.
Oh, Justin, thank you.
We'll catch live stream in case Final Shadow isn't available to create. Final Shadow's taking a little bit of a break. I mean, people were missing him, and they were like, "Where is he?" But he told us that he was going to be off for the next couple of weeks, and good for him. Seriously, I love that guy. Philip, what's up, buddy? No Starman, Cascade, Batgirl, Omni. I know, dude. Where is that? But you know, when you look at the catalog, we'll see what probably the future of these books might hold.
Is there going to be a reprint on Hickman's East of West Deluxe?
Okay, so the story behind East of West is that it was printed, that all 3 volumes. When the 3rd one came out, he decided we're going to reprint them, and of course, this is how a lot of independent creators work. You know, Jonathan Hickman was like, "Hey, this is it. It's only going to have 1 print run. Go for it, or this might be your only chance to get it." But I mean,
hey, Final Shadow, he's here.
Rick Remender said the same thing about Black Science, and Black Science is going to get another printing with new covers. So who knows? I'm sure it will come back.
Let's see. Hey, Omar, greetings from Norway. I remember I read maxi series Gem, Son of Saturn. I really liked from 1984 by Craig Potter and Gene Colan. Do you know if this is collected?
No, I don't think so. Unless it was taken somewhere else. I don't think so.
Rebecca Black looks forward to Friday.
Gosh, that song.
Bar? Love a good Coming to America reference.
Thank you. I love that movie. DC is releasing thank you for super chat, my brother. DC is releasing a swimsuit special this month.
Oh, Batman gives it a thumbs up.
With Gnort? Is Gnort in that? Marvel, and yet Marvel won't. Damn it. I had to read it. I'm so sorry, kids. Not even a reprint of the 90s books. Awesome to get those issues in gallery edition. How many would it be, man? Each one, like for every year you get a gallery edition, they could. I don't know. Maybe they will one day.
Okay. Dana's saying that Gem was never collected and it should be.
That's what I thought.
Of course, that makes me think of Gem is truly outrageous.
Yeah.
Is she really truly outrageous though? I
don't remember. I never got that far. I think the series was canceled before that.
Now that Marvel is making Omnis,
Twinkies an awesome name. Go ahead, sorry.
Such as Sigil and Marvel Age, do you think that there's a chance we'll ever get new universe Omnis?
Absolutely. Oh, and I'm sorry, I don't mean absolutely like it's coming. I mean like absolutely it will. Whereas, you know, I'm still not sure, like when people ask me the same question about some DC books, I think right now they're focusing on compendiums. And then maybe later on, we'll get some kind of hardcover collections.
Adam's asking for recommendations to start reading Thor comics.
I actually have a video on that, where to start reading Thor, if you want to go back and watch it. It's in the beginners playlist, and I'm going to go back to that, I think, next month, like where to start reading. Because people have asked me to come back and do where to start reading certain characters.
Eyelash.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
But
do you think
fresh on my mind, my dude, is the Thor, the Mighty Avenger. Oh my gosh, that series is it's just perfect. It's so cute, but it's out of continuity, but it doesn't matter because it really like encompasses everything that Thor is and how fun those comics can be. And it's coming out next week. It's a digest-sized book, but it kind of gives you an idea of the character of Thor and his relationship with Jane Foster. Just keep in mind it's not in continuity, but it's so good.
Do you think there'll be a reprint of Iron Man Volume 2, Omni?
Really depending on the sales of Volume 1, honestly. And I've not yet heard about that. They've been pretty busy, so I haven't really asked them about it.
Thank you, MP, for the super chat. Omar, did you hear? In the Idlewice catalog, there are compendiums listed for the Dixon runs of Nightwing and Robin for release next year. Finally!
Not only did I hear, but if you're on our Discord, I kind of had a little bit of a, you know what, I just don't care anymore. I've known about these books for about a month and a half now because, hey, I'm not going to say from where, but one of my contacts said, hey, these books are coming. But I can't do any videos because I don't want to burn bridges with DC until they're like, hey, this hasn't been approved or anything. So I had reached out to them several times. And Melanie can attest to the last time I reached out to them, and they never got back to me. So I was like, you know what? like I'm trying to promote your books, dude. Like all you got to do is like, yeah, fly with it, man. So what I did was I kind of just went on a little bit of a rant on Discord and said, hey, by the way, these are the books that are coming, because they're not even, it's not technically a video, but yeah. Manga questions. Is there a chance Dark Horse will make an Old Boy omnibus similar to the Lone Wolf and Cub omnis? I think they still have the rights to Old Boy.
You would like that.
I would be all over that. I love that book. That's a good, you got good taste, man. If you like Old Boy. I'm that dude that loves Sanctuary and Crying Freeman. Lone Wolf and Cub would be nice in hardcover format, but it's got to be hardcover, like in deluxe edition hardcover, so oversized.
Hey, from Ireland, Will wait, what character is this?
Maestro.
Oh, okay.
Or in Espanol, maestro, which is what you are, a teacher.
It's because I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
I didn't see that. No. Anyway, okay. Collect issues already included Peter David Hulk Omnis 1 through 5. Also, how great is it to see so many Hulk Omnis?
I love it, man. It's so good. And I just heard that he's writing another, what was it, a Spider-Man 2099 series? Somebody messaged me saying, oh my gosh, he's going to go back. Peter David, good. And there's so much I need to do. Okay. I need to actually reach out to see how we can take up some funding for Peter David, but also William Messner Loebs, who was homeless, and now him and his wife have a place to stay, but they're about to get evicted, and he's getting his first omnibus next year, but those funds won't matter until next year from DC, the Flash omnibus. So it's all these people that need help, and I'm trying to see how I can help. I'm going to actually reach out to my buddy Jeff, who helps with the Hero Initiative, to see how we can get involved. So thank you for reminding me. I don't know how it all led in there. That's the way my brain works. I'm sorry. Maestra is what you would be.
Okay.
Muy bien. I wanted to ask, will there be a Predator Epic collection? Not as of yet, but because we have an Aliens Epic collection, I'm sure that's coming.
So thank you, James, for asking where the Discord is. It's part of our Patreon. It's the $5 tier. So if you would like to join that positive community, that's one of the rewards in the $5 tier Patreon.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun in there. And poor Bar's having internet issues.
Just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
So I don't say, would you be able to understand Unworthy Thor without reading anything but watching the movies?
Unworthy Thor, the miniseries? I wouldn't start there. I would go with Jason Aaron's run. Like, go with Jason Aaron's. They're available in complete collection, and those are being discontinued, meaning that they're not coming back to print, because they're probably going to do some modern collections of them, like modern epics. So, but they're still easily available, and I would go that route. Or you can try to get the omnibus if you want to go that route. If he can be called the Maestro, I want to be called Jerry the Magnificent.
I get it.
Nice.
I get it.
I call a guy the Maestro.
Sergeant Savage is saying that Old Boy's getting re-released in the movie theaters for the 20th anniversary.
It's so cute. When I told I've been, so I love movies, right? But my wife is like, yeah, I'll watch a movie, twice a year with you. Once for your birthday.
Oh, hush.
But when I was like, oh my gosh, Old Boy, we got to go watch Old Boy. It's coming back out because they did a limited release in theaters. And I've been hyping up Old Boy for years, when we were dating, when we were engaged, when we got married. And I always talked about the hallway scene, how it's got the most amazing fight scene, and one of the most amazing fight scenes. So when she finally watched it, she was like, well, that was disappointing. And I'm not going to spoil why or what I love about it, but it was disappointing because you were expecting high-flying action and like John Wick type of cuts. But it's realistic fighting.
So to add to this story, that once you made the point about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Of course, if you built it up, I'm going to be expecting that, Omar.
But I never said why.
Throw me under the bus like I'm a I can't think of that word.
A muggle?
And not appreciating something that's unique and oh, you make me so mad.
Oh my goodness.
Is there enough
human condition? 99% positivity, 1% marriage.
You're just like my father and making stories sound better than what actually occurred, and it bothers me.
That's exactly how it happened.
That is not exactly how it.
You're just like my father. I'll take that as a compliment because your dad was a cool guy. Is there an updated list of upcoming Omnis on Discord trying to budget for next year? No, I put them on the it's on our Patreon page, on the main page on Patreon if you want to go there.
The original or the remake?
Oh, it better not even. Nobody gets excited about the remake, right?
Oh, is there a remake?
I've never seen it. It's got what's his name? The guy from Goonies, Josh Brolin. The guy from Goonies. I'm sure most people are like, you mean Thanos?
Josh.
You mean Thanos? So mad that Melanie had to remove her. Dude, she got serious. All I did was just tell a story. People like there's one guy that just chimed in for the first time like a second before he's like, oh man, these people always seem happy. That's why I'm joining. And Melanie's just going on a rant. He's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. I'm so scared. This reminds me of my parents. Just picked up the Thor. What's up, Omni?
Hey, how are you, Morton?
I'm so mad under this bus. I can't even.
I'm so bad under this bus. Where? Where's
Philip?
to say that?
Right Why did you take your glasses off?
Because it kind of hurts my eyes after a while. This isn't correct. These are just reading glasses I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond. And it's just, my eyes are being weird. Overhyping is a thing. If it happens, the real thing can never live up to the picture you have in your head. Face, Final Shadow, spitting facts, because he does timestamps, so he's knowledgeable. And
this timestamp will be known as Final Shadow Spitting Facts.
He did!
Yes!
Uncanny, konnichiwa. How did you get a Capcom store exclusive Blanca tee? Because we went to Japan.
We went to the Capcom store in Japan. I'm like, I'm going to get that freaking Blanca shirt because it's awesome. So thank you. Yes.
Oh, man. And we actually played a couple of rounds of Street Fighter at the arcade, and it interrupted, and like we started fighting somebody. We're like, is somebody on the other side? Nobody else was in there. It must have been on the interwebs. And we were like, oh, our butts were getting kicked. But it was cool to be in Japan and fighting somebody on the internet somewhere in the world. Let's see which one.
Richard. Good morning, Melanie and Omar. I hope you have a wonderful day. Omar, I have not seen that look Melanie gave you. So, man,
look, my gosh, I have seen that look.
You've seen that look? Really? I make her that angry, huh? It's what I do.
I do have 3D glasses thanks to James. They're upstairs.
Maybe that's what ruined your vision, reading all those Alf comics in 3D. Nani, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed. We loved it. Can I go back?
There wasn't a Vega shirt, so there.
Also, Vega don't look this cute
Although Vega did pick me up at a Dragon Con years ago, and I was like, oh. Yeah.
By the way, for our Japanese viewers, they're talking about Balrog.
Yeah. That was
Vega's
a good-looking person.
Hey, he had a mask on. You don't know what he looked like under that thing. ROM FOC weekend is here. I am getting two.
I know what his chest
Whoa, you're getting
like.
two. Easy now.
Oh, well, good for you.
Which covers did you go for?
Hi, Jack.
Comic pages. Buenos dias, Omar y Melanie. Vega's dope. My main was always Chun-Li. Them legs. Don't quit.
Okay, here is a good question. Do you think we need to introduce more characters from different cultural backgrounds in comics? And do you think stereotypes are still reinforced at the same time? Is it a good or a bad thing?
Man, this is a tough question to answer. Because I'm looking at it from two sides, right? My side is I'm a 45-year-old man that grew up with no representation really for Latino men in comics that were superheroes, right? And I didn't care because I related more to an anthropomorphic duck or a robot from Cybertron. So I didn't need people to look like me. But I also realize how important it is for kids to have somebody that looks like them be in comics or in the movies. So I look at it from both sides. Forced representation always is horrible. Like, I remember in the 90s, and I'm not going to say what creator it was, but there was an interview with a creator from Image Comics, and they were talking about, he was like, yeah, I just have like a lot of white guys on the team, so I need a black guy on the team, and that's the reason, that's why I created this character. And there's just there wasn't anything natural about that, right? Like it was like he was forced to do it because he was like, I got a lot of white guys here, so I got to create this character. And really, that character wasn't anything unique about him. As far as stereotypes, I think we've gotten better. But here's the thing, though, like I've seen people complain about some stereotypes that I'll use 100 Bullets, for example. 100 Bullets, Eduardo Rizzo and Brian Azzarello, like, I really like it. But I've seen people complain, like, how it's racist because Latinos don't talk like that. And in my head, I was like, yo, I've known some Latinos that talk just like this. Like, there's a lot of truth to some of these characters. So it's like you're walking a fine line of like, okay, I'm writing about this particular part of the city from this particular time, but I don't want these characters to sound stereotypical. So it's like a fine line of when to do it, right?
Brendan says the catch is that you need the character to be written well instead of being written
to check a box. Exactly, which is what a lot of the 90s and 80s, like, who said Paddington Bear sucks?
Cody.
That movie had a perfect rating. I bet it was you that went on Rotten Tomatoes and brought it down. Here's the afternoon from España. Buenas tardes. ¿Qué parte de España, hermano? I haven't read 100 Bullets in a minute, but I just remember him getting a lot of crap for that because people were like, oh man, this is racist towards Latinos. And I was like, but man, there are people that talk like this. Yeah. So it's a difficult thing to figure out. And I can't imagine being a creator because then you get a lot of flack for some of the things that you've done and said. You know, I don't read enough comics with Jewish people. Was that Bar? That said that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some. Kitty, she's my favorite.
Is there anybody else? Surely.
No, there are a lot. So Kitty's my favorite. How's Michelini Bagley era of Amazing Spider-Man? Thinking of buying the epics. That was the stuff that I grew up with the McFarlane and then Eric Larson and then Bagley. So it was solid. I liked it. Now keep in mind that all led into the Clone Saga too. What would your ideal mapping be for Spider-Man 6? Do you think they'll replace the creator books with number books eventually? Oh, I know they will. I mean, we know that, Matthew, from Uncanny X-Men Volume 5. We know that they're going to replace the event Omnis with, not replace, I'm sorry, Mutant Massacre will still stand on its own, but Uncanny X-Men Volume 6 will not have X-Factors issues in it.
Owen, I'm so sorry. Here is your super chat. Thank you for waiting. Omar, what would be your idea for a new Nightmare on Elm Street?
Ooh. What? It's hard to replace somebody like Robert Englund. I don't think you could. I think they tried and it did not turn out good, like, at all. And I like the guy that what's his name? The guy that played he was Jackie in the Bad News Bears, and what was he? Rorschach in the Watchmen movie. I like the actor. Thank you, baby. But just it's hard to replace a character or an actor like Robert Englund. How
New
would I
Dream
do?
Warriors.
Yeah, I would do the Dream Warriors all over again. But I wouldn't use Freddy. It would have to be another kind of villain. And I know it's weird, you know, because when people think of Nightmare on Elm Street, it's always Freddy Krueger, but you just couldn't do it.
Earlier Final Shadow was saying that the sound was like peaking. Is anyone else noticing that?
Oh yeah, let me know if the sound is peaking. Thank you, Final Shadow, for that. Forced inclusivity and representation equals bad storytelling.
Oh, thank you, Jack, for the super chat. And then, like, yeah, definitely it's a better story if it's genuine.
Hold on, but absolutely. But then think about the X-Men, right? Like Giant Size X-Men. A lot of that stuff was forced by editorial. Like, you know, somebody from representing Japan, somebody representing Canada, somebody representing Africa, somebody representing Russia, somebody representing Germany. Like, a lot of that stuff was forced. And still something magical happened. If you like X-Men, that is. If you don't like X-Men, then I'm talking nonsense. So sometimes, sometimes you can take the forced stuff and make something good out of it, depending on the creator, right? What's up, Roy? How are you, brother?
Cody, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time will be a live where he and others are talking about the DC catalog.
Yep. Yeah, it's not finished yet, and I always like to wait. Remember, I think last week I said I was going to wait till it fills up a little bit, and that's what we did. We waited a little bit, and I think we're ready to talk about it.
Silver Bronze Age inquiry. Any chance Namor, the Submariner, or Iron Man get some omnibus love soon?
Oh, well, wouldn't be soon, right? Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But thank you so much for asking that question, because I love that people still love that era and they're still interested in it. So it gives me hope that they keep bringing back, because we had a reprint of Iron Man. Namor, we had the John Byrne era, but I would love that era in between the post-war and the late 80s, early 90s series.
Stop, let's team up. Thank you for the super chat. Happy Saturday. I love that a Young Justice Omni is coming. Is there a specific DC you want an Omni of that hasn't been done?
I think if you've watched my channel for a while, people know the answer to that, and that is Man of Steel by John Byrne. We almost had it a couple of years ago, and then they decided to make it into a standard size hardcover. Hey, what's up, King Judge? How are you, brother?
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern is the DC catalog. It's alive, 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Omni Dog and a couple of others are joining me. Very excited for Absolute Superman by Johns. I am too. Not an omnibus, but it's a good start. So it's a long time coming too, brother.
Hey, Johnny.
How are you, Johnny?
Let's see.
Roy.
Oh,
that's
Roy's
bait.
wanting the
that's bait.
Daredevil by
what you're talking
announcement.
about.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Let me see what Brandon is saying.
Okay.
I'm white, so I've never lacked I've never lacked characters that look like me, but there's definitely value in having well-written characters like Miles and Spider-Verse, where kids can see a hero that looks absolutely, and I've witnessed that too, right? Like sitting next to a kid and his dad, and the kid was like, "Man, Dad, he looks like me," and that melted my heart. Like that really, because I think before that I was like, I don't need characters to look like me. But I think because of that, I started understanding why it's important, and I get it. Mm-hmm. The Hitman Omnibus yes, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for a lot of these books in 2024. So for anybody that ever doubted that DC is going to close their doors and we're stopping so I knew about a couple of them, because when I talked to my contact at DC, he was like, oh, no, we're not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, these are some of the books we're working on. So I knew about the Young Justice book. I didn't know about Aquaman though, and I didn't know about the Justice League International, which I'm excited to talk about, which is a really weird, I can't believe they're doing, but heck yeah.
Hi from UK. Is there going to be a Justice League Dark Omni Volume 2? Love your show. You learned so much.
Thank you so much. There was one solicited, but there is going to be a Justice League Dark Rebirth, which I think would be the Volume 2. I think they just changed the name. Hey, Matt, how are you, brother?
Have you heard any details on Fantagraphics reprinting Marvel Atlas era books?
No, my contact's been kind of quiet at Fantagraphics, and I've been working with her since I used to write magazine articles in the early aughts when she worked at Dark Horse. So I may actually reach back out to her, because I'm curious about those too. There's one that I'm really interested in, which is the Atlas horror era.
Hey, Anonymous Sage.
Did I know Jury's getting another outfit? It's an oversized pajamas with it being open in the front to show some stuff. Like her belly button. Dorama Manga's many volumes are now in sell in English on digital, but not physical releases. Why are these books not sold in book fairs and book orders at schools like Pokemon Manga is? I don't know. There's a lot of books that they there's a lot of licenses they pay for, and sometimes the licenses only let them print things in digital. Like they can't legally print things in physical format, which is a weird thing. Maybe I don't know if they need to pay more. I really don't know the answers to why that is. Stop ignoring Anonymous Sage.
I didn't. I clicked on.
Were you talking to us or the girl you're trying to talk to? Who are you talking to?
All right, Uncanny here's X-Men. The Storm one. Yeah. So Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat, because Uncanny X-Men had a black female leader back in the day because of a talented writer, deep character development, and well thought out plot lines.
Yeah, and it wasn't like like Storm was taking over, right? It took years. We're talking years before Storm took over. It wasn't like she came in and was like, I'm Storm. I'm claustrophobic. I'm a goddess. I'm the new leader of the X-Men. It wasn't like that.
Let's see. How bad was that Spider-Man mini get Craven from 2002? Is it worse than Trouble or Marvel?
Dude, I actually find, rest in peace, Ron Zimmerman. Anonymous Sage was talking to the girl. Which girl? The girl? Like somebody you're trying to hit up at school?
I know it's not me because I'm not a girl. I'm a full-grown woman.
You need to talk to Sarah Frazetta. She's a Frazetta girl. Yesterday,
what did she say?
You ladies confuse me.
What'd she say?
She said that's what Frazetta would call it. Because I asked about was there ever backlash from like calling yourselves the Frazetta girls, referring to that. But she said, that's what he would call his paintings and the Frazetta girls. And she was like, yeah, there's a little bit of that from other ladies, women.
Oh, gotcha.
So you all tell me what you want me to call you.
Just don't call me late for breakfast.
But honestly, I really like Ron Zimmerman, dude. Like, I never had an issue with him. I thought he wrote some funny stuff. He was a guy from Howard Stern. He passed away last year, just unexpectedly, dude. But I dug him. I thought, and I actually like Get Craven. I didn't have a problem with it. It's nothing like Marvel or Trouble.
People in the chat are chiming in with some really good points about the discussion.
Okay,
with representation. But no, first,
okay, boss,
we need to get Owen Super Chat.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay.
How would you feel if an unknown actor did a different take on Freddy Krueger the same way characters like James Bond and the Joker have been reimagined throughout the ages?
Yeah, that's a good point, because I never really think about James Bond. Like, how would, because it was before the internet, right? How would it have been that first movie you went to see and you didn't see Sean Connery in the role of 007, but you saw Roger Moore? How would that have, like, as like somebody that loves James Bond, and you're like, wait a minute, who the heck is this guy? So I don't think about that. But then they made the whole thing about Bond can be anybody. It's just an agent, right? Whereas Freddy Krueger is the stuff of nightmares. Maybe he can be the king of nightmares. And somebody has played Freddy Krueger in a different movie. Where can you find graphic novels? Cheapgraphicnovels.com. Your online home for graphic novels up to 50% off. And if you live in Europe, check out Walt's Comic Shop. That's where you can find them. Or Amazon. Or In Stock Trades. Or Organic Price Books. Or Dying Breed Collectors. Or Comics Bugle. Or Read Comics. All kinds of places. Or your local comic book store. Don't forget to support them. It makes sense to create new characters with diverse backgrounds. There's no point in creating the same thing over and over. At the same time, race swapping classic characters is just wrong. Okay. Now that's a lot of different things that you're saying. And I agree with some of the things that you're saying. I get it. I'm trying to think of, but even when they try to create new characters, like it seems like there's backlash from that too. So because it's hard to establish a new character that sells well, and you without pushing it down people's throat. I'm trying to think of the last character that was created originally that is doing well outside of Miles Morales, right? Which is really difficult to do now because I keep thinking of how well those movies did, or the Omnis. He's got 3 Omnis to his name. And even then, he's the ultimate version, or I'm sorry, the legacy character of the ultimate version of Peter Parker. I just had a brilliant idea. Nightmare on Elm Street. You're dead to me, Johnny.
Yeah, that was just me showing stuff while you're talking.
You're dead to me. All right, Bar, what do you got? But you brought up a good point about Bond, though. Didn't even think about that character.
Bar, thank you for the super sticker. And let me get Harley Quinn for you. I just bought Wonder Woman Historia. Yay! Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Yay! Catwoman Lonely City. I don't know that one. Superman Space Age. I've read half of it. I only read Lonely City. So in what order should I read, in your opinion?
In my opinion, okay, Historia first, then Catwoman Lonely City, which you've already read, Superman Space Age, and then Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Because all of those are out of continuity anyway, I think.
Well, I say put Dead Earth in between some kind of break it up. Dead Earth is so fun. It's it's violent and it's fun. I say put that in the mix, not wait till the end.
But in the end, because it's a possible future.
No, that's the only reason. Like content. I'm just thinking of like the tone of the books and such.
You know, Bart, you're a grown lady. You read however you want to. Okay, you don't ask a YouTuber like me to tell you how to read.
I'm pretty sure Omar was recasted by the Spearless guy that was covered up during the Japan trip.
I'll grow it back.
Okay.
Hispanic Wolverine. Oh, dude. Somebody was asking me earlier. Dang it, and I forgot to answer. Moon Girl trades and cartoon also doing well. Okay, yeah. So, and Moon Girl is also another legacy character, right? Because there was Kirby's Moon Boy that only lasted 8 issues, and Devil Dinosaur, and hers lasted. Oh my gosh, I think it was almost like 50 issues plus all the spinoffs.
Who's similar to Chip Zdarsky, and I'm so glad, Adam, that you like him. I love Zdarsky.
Do you have any writer recommendations that are similar to him and writes Marvel comic? Peter David would be one. Like Witty. Witty doesn't take itself seriously, but yet has a lot of heart. Yeah, Peter David, I think. 90,000 subscriber giveaway live stream idea. Guest host Oprah. You get an omnibus. You get Justin. You better come to my house and pack these omnis if you're gonna volunteer with that.
Let's see. Peter David's Aquaman Omni is coming, and it's almost 1,500 pages. You must be excited.
I'm very excited. I am very excited. Unless you're a top creator, you only have 6 to 12 issues to flesh out good characterization. Gosh, that's going to be difficult. But everything is so event-driven. Al Ewing does a great job. Great characterization in X-Men Red. There's a lot of that, too. It's got to be...
There. Now you can see what it says at the bottom.
Man, you come right out of comic
There
book.
you go.
Okay, look. This is so true, right? Because we're sitting back as... readers and fans of these things, but it's got to be difficult to go in there and write an ongoing series, a monthly single issues, and that is a hard task to do. And then you want to create something new, and it has to take off, but you're only given 12 issues at most, unless you're a top creator. And I can't remember the last time. I mean, Dan Slott was what, Spider-Man 10 years. Jason Aaron was on Thor for 7. I think Jason Aaron's run on Avengers was probably the longest in a long time of a single creator on one book. And I think that's only been 5 years, because we don't have these runs anymore. These contracts don't last as long as they used to. And I don't know if that's the, new collector mentality of like, oh, I'm already bored with this. Let's move on to something else. I'm curious why that is. Confession: I've started on Marvel Unlimited the last couple of months, and I'm loving it. Omnibo, don't you be changing your name to Unlimited Bo Aussieverse. Got it? Can't do that. Don't do this. Craig Ryan saying, keep on rocking the clean-shaven look. Too many beards. Are there too many beards? Here. What is too many beards this day and age? Don't let the peer pressure get you. Oh, dude, I'm 45 years old. I haven't let peer pressure get me since I was probably 7, when somebody told me to jump into a well. And I jumped into the well.
Hey, good Omar. Why do you think McKay wrote the Daredevil mini in between the Soul and Zdarsky runs instead of having one of those two write that mini so that it would have been in their DD Omnis automatically?
They needed a... I don't know. That's a good question. I'm surprised. Maybe time? Hey, Big Johnny, maybe it was time. Like, they didn't have enough time to write it, so they got somebody else to do it. Got Swamp Thing, The Green Smell. I mean, heck, in the mail today. What am I in for? Blind Buy for me. I don't know. I want to read that too.
Ooh.
I haven't read it yet, brother.
And plus, it's saying you look way younger. First thing I knew about Miles Morales was that he had one bad day costume. Same with Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, I love their costumes.
I am 47 and very susceptible to peer pressure every time I watch Omar talk about the new Omni.
That's different, right? That's different. That's a little different.
Let's see. Saturday Morning Fan is asking, miss the 80s 4-issue limited series from Marvel with lesser heroes giving a small story like Grey, Gargoyle, and Firestar. Should Marvel do more of them?
It has been a while since we've had a miniseries that focuses on a character that is a lesser known. I'm trying to think of, like, we had a Pixie miniseries, right? We had a Pixie miniseries, but I'm trying to think of other characters. Like, I would have loved a miniseries of the possible future X-Men, like Rasputin. I'm surprised we never got any of those.
How long was Dan Slott's run on Spider-Man?
10 years, and he's still writing it. 10 years, and he's still going back, like he's doing Superior Spider-Man again.
That is a long
time.
It's
crazy how fast times. Did you guys plan your trip to Japan, or did you guys go through a travel agent? I want to take my family soon. Which area should I go for the first time?
First time. Maddie
helped us. Yeah, Maddie helped us.
And Maddie from here on the channel. Check out Over Your Knee Reader Tuesday evening.
Yeah, we're talking about
8 p.m. Eastern time.
Nightwing.
Eastern Standard Time. But the first time it was a travel agent. I suggest a travel agent. And in fact, the second time, yeah, I think Maddie helped a lot. However, maybe we should have gotten a travel agent too.
I think it helps, like, if it's a vacation of there's different types of vacation, right? My wife's definition of vacation is a little different than mine. She wants to relax, which I don't blame. I want to go and explore and spend some money shopping because I'm
so travel agent could help you balance what is it that you really want to do? Are you wanting to see nature and temples? Do you want to take your time in parks, or it lets you know hey, you're traveling, you're moving hotels, you're traveling every 1 or 2 days. Would this be too much for you?
I will say,
or do you want to go shopping and more shopping?
None of the channels that we watched prepare you for anything. It wasn't like we took the advice of anybody, because when we tried, by the time, the thing is things are constantly changing over there. So rules from somebody's video from even 2 months ago don't apply now. So don't get caught in the loop of watching somebody's travel video of this is how you travel in Japan. I think it's just, it doesn't work, because expectations are oh, this is going to be easy getting around the JR. Because things are constantly changing over there. For the good. There's Jeff. I was just talking about you, Jeff.
That's what, in terms of the area you go to the first time, just whatever you're interested in. I will say that Tokyo is huge. It's really, really packed and big. And so just be aware of that. And that you, I don't know where else I'm going.
Okay.
With it. Okay.
Not Japan. Good morning, you two. Have you noticed the Defenders Omni Volume 2 reprinted letter pages from each issue and who the writers were?
Jan DeMatteis, Mary Jo Duffy, Ralph Macchio, among others.
That's why I love letter
I'm
pages,
without my glasses.
Psycho Cleveland, you're going to ban yourself. Ban yourself, Psycho Cleveland.
Jack, thank you for the super chat.
Had enough of the beard. Sometimes I feel I woke up in a world where the albums of ZZ Top are considered gospel. I think that's what's in now, right? Beards seem to be in. We go through so many changes in this life. So I've never been one to follow the trend. I'm wearing a Blanca shirt at 45 years old. So I really don't care what people think.
Are you?
Thank you for the super chat, brother.
Excited for Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Rising Compendium, hopefully coming out for November?
I am. It is the 2 trade paperbacks that I already own, but I hope the sales are good enough to show DC that, hey, we need to keep this going. So we will. I hear if you go to Kokomo, you get there fast and then you take it slow.
I recently read X-Men Schism. It was my first X-Men comic. Do you have a recommendation on what to read next? Oh, do you?
I got you. Wolverine and the X-Men. Go and read Wolverine and the X-Men, because that's when they break up, right? And Wolverine's like, I'm done with you, bub. And Cyclops is like, one day we'll share a room with Jean. I love you. That's not exactly how it happened. And then
Yes, it is. Yes.
X-Men by Bendis is where you go next. So you have Uncanny X-Men by Bendis and all new X-Men.
Oh man. Okay. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'm bringing over the I'll go share a room with you years later.
I know, I just want to shout out
for Marvel for sneaking in fat trades of recent runs into the catalog, like Black Widow by Thompson. Wait, how do you pronounce it correctly?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi by Nguyen Yang and Eternals by Gillen. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm excited for those two. Those are, you know how we used to have like complete collections? They're not known as they share. They do. Let's go, bub. Takes a completely different meaning these days. You talking to me or Gene? You're Gene. Who you talking to? I'm sorry. I love it though. Like, I don't care. People always ask my opinion. I'm like, I don't care. Captain Marvel by Margaret Stoll. Dude, that's good. That's a good one. I like that book. That was released in a hardcover in one of those Marvel Legacy books. Are the Tanners from Full House related to the Tanners from Out? I don't know. They like the middle child, man. She grew up just fine.
I read Lazarus by Greg Ruckus getting a reprint soon, but in the bookstore, they have no clue.
Let me tell you the problem Let me tell you the problem and nightmare it is for reprints at Image Comics. So I try, every year, every month, I do my top 10 upcoming collected. I would have included Lazarus, but I never know when to put it because they freaking add it to a catalog. But Image never lets the retailers know. So it's like FOC, like the final cutoff date. It's not like until like a week before the book comes out. So I don't even know how they do this.
Matthew, I'm sorry to hear about
what happened.
You dealing with flood stuff.
I'm not sure what I'm talking about anymore. Minties Unite from very tired from
dealing with flood stuff for the past.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hope things are better. But back to Image. Yes, it's supposed to be coming out next week. I emailed them, and even when I emailed them, they don't know because Image is different than like Marvel and DC. Image has different people that own their stuff. So if Greg Rucka wants something reprinted, then Greg Rucka's team gets in touch with Image, and they're like, yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a reprint of this book. It's sold out. But I think it is finally coming out this coming week. Any thoughts on Emma and Tony's upcoming wedding?
Thanks for the super chat.
Like Emma Thompson and Tony. No, my gosh. No, I have no thoughts. Boy, that's gonna make some people upset though. Yeah, I have no thoughts.
Emma who?
Emma Frost.
Yeah,
White Queen. Tony
Stark.
Mm-hmm. They started this.
Where did that come from? I don't know that.
I want to say the first time it was during the Dark Avengers era. It was that the Utopia X storyline that Matt Fraction wrote that was not very good at all.
I liked her and Cyclops together.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Why the Last Man? Any chance of a sequel? Because Yorick should reunite with 355. I'm so upset with the ending.
Well, without going into any spoilers, I don't. Maybe an alternate reality.
Okay, I got it.
No.
Where did that come from? From the mind of Jerry Duggan.
Jerry Duggan
can't.
Well, I mean, but they hinted at this relationship that they've had in the past, remember? All the way back in Matt Fraction's run, which I never liked because I hate retcons. But not as much as I hated the Century Rogue retcon. Oh, that one boiled my blood. Because that one didn't even make any sense. That made me mad, dude. Like, I try not to get mad these days about, like, fictional characters, but oh, that one. That was Paul Jenkins. Are you an Ultraman fan? Ultra 7. If so, have you read the new Ultraman Blazar? No, I've read the Marvel ones, and they're pretty good. They're very similar to what Kyle Higgins was doing in the Power Rangers, which I also like.
Have you guys seen a new DC catalog? Aquaman by David Omni is awesome. And Omar will be doing a live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about the DC catalog too. So I'm glad that you're excited about that. Let's see. Somebody supposedly leaked photos of Phantom Stranger Omni.
Somebody emailed me pictures.
It might actually come out.
Finally coming.
Oh, and thank you for the super chat. What are 2 horror movies you don't like but everyone else loves?
I have a lot. A lot of them are modern that, like what you like. I get it, but just I've tried to watch. Like my brothers love what is it? The Conjuring. I just thought they were okay. Or I tell you what people really like is the trilogy. Just started coming out last year with Triple X, and I cannot remember that girl's the girl's name in the title of the movie. I just thought I had seen this stuff already. It was nothing new. But if you like it, that's awesome. More power to you.
Do you know if Mr. Loeb / Omni will include Mike Baron's run? I'm wondering because of the cover.
Right? It's the cover to issue number 1. Mike Baron wrote Flash all the way to 14, I think, and then William Messner Loebs took over. I don't know, but because it's DC and they've done creator-centric books, I feel like they're going to start with issue 14 or 15. If we have to suffer Emma and Tony together and Marvel still hates MJ and Peter, then let Peter and Carol get together for a bit. Carol Danvers?
There you go. I just finished reading Junkyard Joe by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. What happened to his Geiger case?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Geiger. I think it's on hiatus, which doesn't make any sense because both creators are working on the other book.
Has Green Lantern, Green Arrow ever been collected into an Omni? And how long did it originally run for?
No, it has not. It's been collected in an Absolute edition. That's it.
Shonda with me.
No, Shonda Sook has it. Pearl and Triple X. Yeah. People love those movies, and I just thought, I mean, yeah, maybe if I haven't seen like Last House on the Left or the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they would be cool. But whatever gets people excited and going back to the theaters to watch these movies, doesn't matter. People like Screaming. I never got into those.
What about House and House 2, the second story?
House 2 is freaking brilliant. I love House 2.
Comics for Life is referring to the new Ultraman series that airs on Friday here on YouTube.
Oh, no. On YouTube? Mm-hmm. You mean I'm on the same channel that Ultraman?
Channel. No,
not the same
platform.
Channel. The same platform. Wow. I feel special all of a sudden. I like the classic. House and House 2 were brilliant. Yeah. Carol Danvers, they flirted and went on at least one date I know of. Really? Oh, okay. She's a little bit older. Not that there's anything wrong with dating older ladies.
Thank you for the super chat. Is John's Green Lantern a good place to start on the character? And would you recommend that for my first Omni?
Absolutely. Yes. That is one of the places to start.
Orville Teutenbacher? Why a Dixon Nightwing Compendium instead of an Omnibus?
I think that's the route they're going to go with the Bat family. Because if you saw, Robin also has one. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with Batgirl, Cassandra Cain. How long did it take you to read the Flash Omnibus by Mark Waid? I didn't read it. I skimmed through it because I had just read it in trade paperback format a couple of years ago to do my reading order of Flash. So I want to, oh gosh, that's hard. Maybe a week it would have taken me. Demons 2 traumatized me. I think it really depends on, that's a good question from Chris Zimmerman, by the way. I think it depends on what you watch first, right? Like there's movies that creep me out as a kid, like The Omen and The Exorcist. But going back and watching The Omen, it's not that scary. Although The Exorcist still stands to this day as there's some really creepy stuff in there.
Little Shop of Horror scared me as a kid.
Not at all.
I was afraid Audrey 2 was going to eat me, come out from under my bed.
Invaders from Mars scared me when I was a kid. I always have to sleep with the covers on to this day. There's a little TMI for you. Thoughts on the Boys comic versus the show? I think the show handles some things better than the show. I think the show handles some things better than the comic when it comes to some of the characters that aren't just one-dimensional. But I like one-dimensional characters. Like Homelander in the comics is evil. But Homelander in the show, there's a little bit, it might be the actor, right? There's a little bit something charming about him. But if you've seen, like, especially with the video, right? Like they recorded the video. He's just pure evil. And I kind of like that in my villains. The Fly. Dude, the Fly to this day is creepy though. Like when he changes at the end, you're like, how are you gonna make out with that thing? The Boys comic every day, even the show's pretty good. And don't get me wrong, I love the show, but I think I like some of the characters better in the comics. And vice versa. I like some of the characters that are more fleshed out in the TV show.
I've been watching YouTube videos about Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I want to rewatch it. Like that.
It's on DVD now.
It's creepy. There's some creepy stuff in there.
Biodome scared me as a okay, Pauly Shore. Ernest Scared Stupid, that troll. This one, Ernest, this is funny, Josh. My daughter is friends with James Varney's great niece. So she's here right now, hanging out with my kiddo. They had a sleepover last night, kind of an end of summer.
She has no idea who it is.
She's never seen an Ernest movie. And I'm like, you've never seen Ernest Goes to Camp. Like that song, Awfully Glad It's Raining, is one of the best songs ever written.
Awfully glad it's raining.
I would cry, man. That song is beautiful. Why would you make me cry on a live stream? I love that song.
Heartbreak in disguise.
You don't sing as pretty as Ernest, but you almost got it. What's up, my brother?
Doc, thank you for the super chat. Let's go. What you got for us?
Doc messaged me about that Phantom Stranger omnibus. He's the one that told me about the pictures leaking. Out of curiosity, I know you're a huge fan of Jeff Johns' JSA. What JSA characters would you assign to the Near Mint Collective crew? Dan, Maddie, Tina, Andrew, Rob, and yourself. Favorite JSA story. Favorite JSA story has to be with the crossover with Hawkman. Although the Sandman story is solid too. All right, Dan. Who would I be? I would be I'm Mr. Terrific, man. That guy's awesome. He's one of my favorite characters. Dan's like Sandman. Can put you to sleep with some of the lawyer terms he uses. Maddie. Let's see. Maddie would be who would Maddie be? Maddie be Tina's Cyclone. Tina would be Cyclone. Maddie would be Big Barda.
Oh, okay.
Big Barda. I got to throw Maddie Big Barda, even though she wasn't really part of the team, but it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, what about Donna Troy?
She
part
wasn't
of the team
not
either?
the
Well,
JSA. Well, you know what? Maddie would be Golden Age Wonder Woman because she was part of the team. Tina, I stick with Cyclone. Andrew would be Hour Man because he's always running late. Rob. Who would Rob be?
No, Rob's always running late.
Yeah, Rob can't be Rob's Android Hour Man. There you go.
Okay,
there's my team.
What's your favorite story?
Oh, the one with Hawkman, the crossover with the Hawkman. That story is amazing. I love that story. Secret and M, Unico, The Island of the Magic, Watership Down, American Tale had some edge to them also for cartoons. We just talked about Unico the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Omar, Melanie, it was my daughter's 4th birthday last week. When I asked her what she wanted, she said long shot gallery edition. You're lying. No, it wasn't. Help me not break your heart. Stop it. That's put me on the spot. That's
Look,
big.
It's
the robot from Laputa.
Laputa Castle in the Sky. We just rewatched that last week. And we got our picture taken in Japan with the robot. Let's see. Dan is the Damn without fear Marvel, but Sandman put you to sleep with lawyer. So
he knows what he does. Omar, have you seen the movie Hidden Great 80s Hidden Gem? I'll have to look at it and see what it. Have you discussed the new DC announcements? Okay, so to clarify, this is the DC catalog. They're not officially announced. We've seen stuff like this happen before. We've seen stuff canceled, so that is something I'll be talking about it tomorrow. So I know it's hard not to get excited because I'm super excited too, but we've had our hearts broken and stomped on before. Would you rather be a member of the Avengers or the Justice League? Oh, that's tough, man. Because it's like, for me, like
Avengers.
Is it Cersei or is it Big Barda? That's the question for me.
That's the two unique characters that most people wouldn't think of.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going out in a blaze of glory, do I want to
So who do you choose?
I go with the Avengers.
Okay.
What should I read to overcome Why the Last Man?
Hangover.
It's on out of my head. Just finished it. Don't read something sad. Read something happy. What's a good happy book by Brian K. Vaughan? Don't read Saga.
Or Pride of Baghdad.
Or Pride of Baghdad. We stand on guard. We stand on guard is fun.
Read Saga because You get wrapped up into that. You want to go on a ride again, like read Saga. Oh, it's good.
It's not over yet.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Is Lazarus reprint coming out or not?
I think so. I think it is coming out.
Kane's looking forward to the DC catalog.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to go through them.
And Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Keep an eye out for a little back to school something for the girls and their friends and anybody else you think will like them. Love you guys. Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Jeff.
my brother. Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much.
Sweet. Oh, in fact, it is noon.
Actually, I'm going to give you a call this week to talk about the Hero Initiative. Omar, are you doing an overview of Paul Levitt's Avengers book? Yes, on Tuesday. It's in my pile to read this weekend.
You don't have it pulled up. The ad.
I got you. Just chill. Everybody chill. Everybody chill.
I just want to make sure we don't forget anything, but let me just tell you about something.
Are you talking about Walt's Comic
Shop? Located in Berlin, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can order online. And if you live in the EU, it's flash shipping rate of 12 euros.
Well done. Well done.
That's why we need the ad put up. I want to make sure get that correct. 12 euros.
Okay.
And they got perhaps but cheaper shipping if you live on that side of the Atlantic, even if you don't live within the EU. Just saying, check it out.
That's waltzcomicsshop.com. Your online home for
you get with they don't need to know what it's online home for. You get free shipping if you live in the EU with your first order over 40 euros.
But what do you have to do to get free shipping?
If you type in near mint condition, all one word.
Okay, that's the key.
I'm mixing it up, dude.
Yeah.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
That's
how you get
really
people pay
interesting
attention.
ad-libbing.
Yeah. You don't say it the same way. You mix it all up. Oh man. Okay, we've got 3 packages.
Yes.
To open today.
What did everyone think of Secret Invasion? Yay or nay? Look, I wasn't a fan of the comic either, so either one of them are no. I didn't like it.
No,
Amanda and I actually reviewed it. Ting for everyone. Hey Omar, what do you think of Gwen Spider, Ghost Spider Omnibus? Not as fun as the first one. I like the first one a little bit more. This one did have some things that I like the fact that Shauna, the writer, took her out of the stereotypical role and kind of make her own character. I appreciated that. That's from Hondalorian. What is it?
Oh my gosh!
Smash that like button, everyone. A mutant dies for
what
each
is this?
like button smash. God bless America. They need to change the team name to the Pre-Vengers.
At the Fillmore.
Yikes.
Hondalorian, thank you so much. This is my favorite band. I've listened to them since the 4th grade. And I got a question right on the academic team test about Istanbul. What was it called? Constantinople. Because of their song. And I didn't get one of these of the concert that we went to. Thank you. They were out.
What the heck is that? A standee?
You can put it around your head. You want it on your head?
No, I don't want that on my head.
See? And then actually they kind of got in the way when you can't see and you've got these little things even higher above their heads and you can't see the stage. But anyway, thank you. Oh man, I hope that wasn't loud. It was like right next to the mic.
I think people know now. While Ghost Spider Volume 2 might not be as fun as the first, it does have gorgeous Venom cover. Isn't that enough? That's true. And I wasn't kidding. I like that she kind of becomes her own character. She's not under the shadow of this whole Spider-Verse thing. That's what I really enjoyed about it.
This is going in my classroom.
Okay, baby. All right.
Oh, thank you.
If you could choose one omnibus, one movie, one TV series you could erase from your memory to read and watch again for the first time because you loved it that much, what would you choose? One omnibus. What was my Uncanny 3. Yeah, absolutely. Some of my favorite stories come from there. Uncanny 3. One movie? What's a movie I would erase that I like? The experience was so amazing. I would that's hard. I have a lot of movies. Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. There we go.
That's a good answer.
And what TV series? Firefly. I love Firefly.
Is this from Alex? It's from France.
Yes, that's from Alex.
Hey.
Yeah, I know what's in there. And he emailed me. I hope he's watching.
Wait,
Would you recommend upgrading the Immortal Hulk oversized hardcovers to the Omnibus? I know there's new material, but is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Nope, we're not singing Missy.
No,
what are you doing?
That's it. That's all.
That's all you know. It's a big book. It's big, so you gotta like them real thick, dude. I would. Yes, I would, because I want as much as possible in there. Like you have the Omega Flight story in there that I think adds a little bit to the story. So I think so. I bought my first ever omnibus the other day. Flash by Jeff Johns. Omnibus Volume 1. I almost finished it. It's amazing. I'm so glad you're liking it. We were just talking about the Blitz the other day. That's one of my favorite Flash stories. Omar, what are your thoughts on Image not using Diamond anymore? I've shared my thoughts about people. It's never a win-win scenario when these things happen. It just means we're going to lose another discount that if you're used to paying, I think it's going to increase the price a little more. Unless you shop at places like In Stock Trades, because they're both owned by Lunar. So, yeah, I know people cheer about like the downfall of the diamond monopoly, but there was some good out of it, and that's kind of where I am with this. I think they're going exclusively right with Lunar and who I can't remember who their distributor is through the book market now. Alex is watching. All right, Alex. This is Tales from the freaking Crypt, the complete series on Blu-ray, all 7 seasons. This is one of my favorite series of all time. And I do have a Blu-ray player that plays different regions, so I should be good with that. Now, the big question is this in English? It is in English. Is this in English? Dear Omar, please accept this token of gratitude for all your kindness and hard work. You're a big part of my return to my passion of collecting comics. Thank you, brother. Again, so I hope you'll enjoy this as much as I enjoyed your content. Best wishes to you and your loved ones. Take care. Cordially. Alex, Infirmer. Thank you, brother. Yes.
Aww.
Dude, I love that. I love this series. If you never watch HBO's Tales from the Crypt, as a kid, I used this as an excuse to see exposed body parts from ladies. I'm not even gonna lie.
Exposed body parts of ladies.
Oh, I know what this is.
Okay.
Hey, Omar. Druna, 18 plus, English version, book 3. Definitely do not show interiors on the show without viewing first. That's a well-placed.
So I put the post-it note right here.
Paulo Eleveteri said Perez books are out of print and English versions are often pricey. This is from.
Oh wait, what's on the back? Okay, good. This is from Maniac Matt.
I know who Matt is.
Did you know that Matt's a maniac?
I can show this.
Did you know?
That's good to show. Let me see if I can find a page. Oh my gosh! Right off the bat, whoa.
There's a lot of sex in there. I don't think.
I mean, surely she's going to be talking one scene. Right here we go. No.
Wait, maybe that page. I can't find it.
Gosh.
Oh,
okay. That's what we're doing. Okay, wait a second. Hold on a second. Here we go. Here's some beautiful landscapes and creatures and this guy walking around with his clothes on. There we go. Thank you so much for this. And thank you, Alex.
Like 17% of that page.
Thank you, brother. Good morning, guys. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything important? Can't wait until the replay. Anything important? Replay. No. Everything. All the questions are important. That's what you mean.
What? As in, like, was there some big announcement?
Oh, no, nothing huge. Not a question, but Omar, your knowledge of this industry is wild, man. Love watching your stuff for this alone. Thank you, David Flores, for the kind words. Seriously, brother. That means a lot. I just saw naughty stuff. You don't stuff. No, you didn't. Show me where. Point.
Wait. What? Not a question, but Omar, your knowledge.
I just read it.
Oops. I meant Ryan's.
Okay.
Omar, your top. Oh, that didn't work. Top 3 Daredevil arcs. I love Born Again, Man Without Fear, and Guardian Devil.
You got some good taste. Man Without Fear is my all-time favorite. That's year 1. Hold on a second. Got an Omnibus.
Craig
Do you
didn't say
even have to
anything.
ask?
Craig didn't say anything.
Okay, all right, my man. Bordello, Demon Knight, baby. Holy water around the freaking door, dude. And I love Dennis Miller. He's a little too smart for his own good sometimes. But Bordello Blood was awful. Demon Knight was so... I watch Demon Knight to this day. It's so good. I love that movie. Okay, so Man Without Fear. Actually, you kind of got them. Born Again is the definitive like Daredevil story. Although I stand with my statement that towards the end, it just kind of sizzles out. Man, there's so many good ones.
Daredevil Black Armor.
I dig that one. I actually like Fall from Grace. I'm one of the few people that Fall from Grace was solid. I dug it.
Mr. Tex picked up volume 4 of Druna.
From CGN. Yeah, Druna's beautifully drawn, man.
Are you still thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking. This is hard. I gotta go with the original saga with Elektra, all the way to 191, if that counts. Yeah, it's too good not to mention.
Jim Zub will be in New York Comic Con. What's the best Conan material can I purchase or get signed? You need some guidance.
Honestly, his first issue is solid. Go get that. Go get the first issue. There's like 35 different variant covers. Do I have any keys? Yes. I have, well, not as much as I used to, because now we have keyless entry to the house. My car doesn't need a key, because that's also keyless entry.
Is there a comic called Keys?
Key the Metal Idol. Never came out in America,
Idol.
Idol.
You said Idol.
All right, keys. Yeah, I have like Uncanny 90. I had to sell some for my divorce. 97.
Oh, that's what that means.
I knew what he meant.
I didn't know. I thought it was the title of a book.
90s. I got Uncanny 97 and like 500. I'm sure there's keys there. Like, yeah. I no longer have like Wolverine's first appearance or anything like that, or Spidey 300 like I used to, but I still keep my Uncanny. Demon Knight had Filter. Hey man, nice shot song, which I love. Hey Omar and Mel. Hey Low Heat, how are you? Demon Knight was so good. To this day, it's one of the best like scary movies. Megatron. Megatron. Although
American Idol.
just this bad comedy still stands out. And it was Leonard Nimoy doing the voice of Galvatron. Coronation, Starscream. This is bad. But such heroic nonsense. That's actually how I got Frank Welker to sign my poster. He wrote such heroic nonsense, which is my favorite Megatron line. Then, of course, he blasts all over Ironhide.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, killing him. Blast. Killing him.
What's your view on Dawn of DC? Is it a rebirth level relaunch or New 52 type?
I think it's kind of in the middle. There's some good stuff. And then some stuff that isn't hitting.
What did he say his name was?
Galvatron. Oh hell, Galvatron! What are you doing to me? You can't ask questions like that. Then I was going the whole thing, man.
Comic Marvel Galvatron was brutal.
Yes, he was. He was awesome. I really liked him. Omar, Superman, Emperor, Joker, deluxe edition worth getting. And which era does it take place? That's during the Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness era. And yes, I really like that story. But I'm a sucker for these alternate reality stories, no matter how much it's thrown at my face every year.
All right. I still function.
What a bat! Starscream! Oh, come on now, man. You can't be throwing lines like that from one of my favorite movies. It has more in common with the Rebirth, tone-wise. I think a lot of it does, too.
Impulse asked a question earlier about what is a compendium.
What is a compendium?
Mm-hmm.
A compendium is a softcover collection of... It's like as thick as an omnibus, but they're softcover and in standard size. I actually have one, the unwritten, but that's a lot of books, baby.
Impulse is also asking Jeremy Adams' Flash Run.
I dig it. It's good. Saw the Transformers Rise of the Beast. Not sure. I'm gonna get you a compendium here. Hold on a second. Not sure how I feel about the That's a little bit of a spoiler, but I think, I don't know. I think it might be done. So this is a compendium, and this is an omnibus to kind of give you an idea. By the way, I've done a video on my channel comparing the omnis and different formats, but to kind of give you an idea, this is the size of a single issue, a floppy, call it what you will. It's also in soft cover, but the big thing is this is also cheaper, right? This is $59.99, I think. Yes, this one's $59.99. These are $100 to $125, $150, and in some rare cases, $175. These remain anywhere from $59.99 to $69.99 is what I've seen some go for. But again, in soft cover,
doing hardcover compendiums, Invincible Volume 1.
Yes, but for DC, a compendium is this: soft cover, glued binding, and sometimes your spine will crease. That's the thing I don't like about these, but they're building them a little bit better. Like the the Irredeemable one, I think is built really. It's a big book, but it's built really nice. Megatron must be rise from. Oh my gosh, I love that line. And then You've Got the Touch starts playing. Dude, that movie was my childhood. I wore the VHS out so much. And by the way, we couldn't afford it, so I had to copy the Y'all knew what I meant by dubbing. Anybody from the 80s, remember we used to call it dubbing? Now people like are arguing dubbing versus subtitles. Dude, we used to call dubbing like when you recorded illegally a copy of a VHS because you had two VCRs. And we had two VCRs because we were friends with the guy that ran a pawn shop. And we would copy what the original release of the Transformers was because we couldn't afford it because it was out of print at that time. And I wore my copy out so much, like it always skipped the scene with Blur trying to get the Dinobots into the shuttle, which wasn't my favorite scene anyway, because the Dinobots kind of got outside of Grimlock kind of got on my nerves. Anyway, hey Omar, which do you read first before Uncanny X-Men? X-Men: The Hidden Years or X-Men Epic Collection? It's Always Darkest Before the Dawn. Oh, The Hidden Years, because that's a throwback to before the Always Darkest Before the Dawn.
It's called pirating. It's pirating. Not dubbing.
No, that's what we called it in the 80s.
No, he was just saying, but that's what you were doing.
We called it. Anybody seen Amazon Women on the Moon?
Any updates?
That's one of my favorite. Okay, there's a lot of good skits in Amazon Women on the Moon, but one of my favorite skits is the opening with the what were they called? The video pirates. It's a group of pirates that are invading the ship, and they're copying illegal VHS, and then they start laughing at the FBI warning. They're like, "It is illegal to copy," and they all start cracking up. And I was like, "I get it."
Any update on getting that McKay Daredevil mini into Zdarsky's Daredevil Omni?
I've asked. I haven't heard back. And I sent an email again last week, so I'll see if they've added. I haven't had time to watch Twisted Metal because I've been watching. Been a little busy with the successor to Sex and the City.
Owen is asking, thank you so much for the super chat. What is the best horror creature? Vampire, werewolf, witch, zombie, ghost, or skeleton? Vampire.
Vampires are sexy. They're not really scary though.
No, but that's my favorite. How about it was scary?
Like
ghost,
werewolves.
Ghost.
If you saw the American Werewolf in London as a kid, that transformation scene will forever be embedded into your head because it is so creepy to see a man transform. And Landis did such an amazing job with the directing and just, oh my gosh, the practical effects of the transformation. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I got to go with werewolf. That's the creepiest out of those bunches. Witches are hot. I did. I read about Donny Cates.
So what's going on? Donny Cates?
He was in an accident 6 months ago, and he has some memory loss because of that. So hope he has a speedy recovery.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Is Kate's gonna be all right? I think so. I think there's always more to the stories, but I can't. I'm not one of those YouTube channels. But so all I will say is I hope he recovers and goes back to doing what he loves doing.
Do you know if there are any plans for a New Mutants hardcover or Omni?
You're talking about the Krakoa era. No, nothing yet. I think once the Krakoa era is over is when they're going to start planning these things.
Yes. The Descent.
Yes.
Creatures. Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies. Like, I think
Genocide
that's the last movie that made me jump. The first time I saw The Creature, I was like, whoa, what the heck is that? Bunkmaster B, what's going on, dude? I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you, man? Best horror creature is clearly giant-sized man.
Hey, Ben.
Well, don't give his secret identity away.
I mean, Bunkmaster B. Adam said, according to the article, Case said he had minor brain damage.
Oh, man, that is not good at all.
Okay.
So, hoping for a recovery for sure. Clearly, Bushroot from Darkwing Duck is pop culture's greatest monsters. What? Did you know Tron was banned from the Oscar Special Effects Award the year it came out for using computers? It cheated.
Wow.
Whoa. How much we have changed. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Thoughts on Jack Kirby's The Forever People? I read it and I liked it. Took me a while to get through it though. Best compendiums out there. Oh, if you've never read Starman, absolutely. Or Sandman Mystery Theater, go for that. Kingsport Cal knows what's up while we dub back, man. The hardcover Melanie. This is a question for you.
Thank you, Bar. There we go. My dead mother is sick. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm sure you meant dear. My dear mother is sick, so she didn't cook anything again, so I'll try my best. What are you reading right now? My hot and sweet melting chocolate souffle. Ooh, thank you. Yes. So I got it. Yes, it's dear. And what are you reading right now? You, Omar. I am reading Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm halfway through, but yeah, I haven't read that much this week, except for, One Piece. I read a lot of that in the mornings as I eat breakfast, and I just finished volume 12. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's all. I've been busy getting the girls ready for school and getting ready for school, and oh man, it's stressful when your dad's gone. When your daughters are going both into middle and high school their first year. So it's like, oh gosh, and it's a new school system. It just okay. Gee, Bar, thanks for getting me stressed out talking about it. It's all your fault. I mean, thank you for the super chat. So yeah, Kane, Brando, Sando time. Like, I really like it. It's a good book. Do you, Keysport Cal? Thank you for the super chat.
Yes, I do.
What who haven't I used yet? I haven't used this one at the moment. Do you collect movies like you do comics? I, for one, have a truckload of VHS DVDs. I like to hold a product. Big Biz can't take it away from me.
My brother.
Dude, you are exactly like Omar. In fact, you're wanting like a man cave kind of to set up a TV to watch movies in this little room back here, and it's not finished. And so somebody came in to measure, to look at what needs to be done to finish up the room. And he was like, you got a lot of physical media and that lots of people don't nowadays have a lot of physical media.
I'm both like I love physical media, obviously. And then sometimes, like Amanda and I were talking, like sometimes I'm jealous when she has to move. She's like, oh yeah, everything I have is on my Apple TV. Like, because she buys things digitally. I don't. I have to have physical media. But I mean, it's not. I will say why I like physical media, brother, is because I like to own it. But also, they haven't been able to. You can't stream things in true 4K. They can tell you it's in 4K, but we know that's all that is. It's just an upscale. You have to have physical media for true 4K. And in some cases, even the 1080p isn't that good. But I mean, honestly, not a lot of people even notice or even care about those things, right?
I have a hard time noticing the difference.
Yeah. Physical media for the win. You're in the right channel. Jeff Hart's with...
Thank you.
What are we talking about? Heroes Reborn? Post MCU. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, brother. 1996's Heroes Reborn post MCU are alternate versions of Marvel more accepted by diehard fans. What are your thoughts on it 20 years later? No.
Thoughts are no.
My thoughts are no. Wait. Are you saying it's more? No, people hated that. Like, I don't think people liked it, right? Even though that introduced Jeff Loeb to a lot of people. But yeah, I can't think of very many people thinking of Captain America by Rob Liefeld or Fantastic Four by Jim Lee as the definitive runs of those characters. But I mean, although it did introduce a lot of readers to the characters, though.
Craig is suggesting to go with an OLED.
Yep, I've got.
OLED,
that's all
OLED,
I get now.
The OG Heroes Reborn is not well received.
Yeah, the new one, but actually the new one is fun too. But it focuses more on the characters of the Squadron Supreme.
Oh, okay. So Jeff's saying they hated it then, but is it worth a reread now?
If you like pretty artwork, dude, what is up, Trumbo Gun? How are you, brother? I haven't seen you for a minute. If you like Jim Lee, right? If you grew up with that 90s artwork and Rob Liefeld, absolutely, it's worth it. And you should read it for yourself. I think my favorite picture of Namor comes from that Fantastic Four run. It's just Namor sitting on his throne. I'm like looking like a bad A, just sitting.
Yeah, that's a nice picture.
Ladies know.
Heroes Reborn gave us Wildstorm Heroes joining Avengers, and Marvel forgot.
Well, Marvel can't legally print it because it showed. Well, yeah, so those 13th issues are never reprinted in anything. Better late than ever. I fell asleep. It's okay. My weekend seems solely for catching up on sleep, and I envy you for that. Hope everyone is reading something awesome.
The X-Men 2099 Omnibus is shown as having a white border instead of the original blue. Are you able to find out if that is the actual color? And if so, why the change?
Well, the original blue, remember, was the prismatic cover. So I don't know why they changed. Maybe it might have been easier to take the color out instead of recreate it in a blue border. But I can ask if that is the final look. What is up,
Hey,
Beast Labs?
Are you
Omar,
familiar with a movie called
I
Hawk
am.
the Slayer Rebellion? Has a sequel in OHC form, which I was considering getting you.
Oh, thank you, brother, and I hope you've been feeling better. I saw your email come in. I thought you picked fresh questions. Is that not fresh? What's fresh? Like fresh out of the oven? Or fresh like out of the garden? What do you think the art of Batman Contagion? I wasn't a fan. Oh, I liked it, Ro. Like I thought it was good, man. I dug it. Like there's Graham Nolan in there. Some of the last Jim Aparo stuff is in there. Wildstorm and the Avengers. You know this, Super Laugh Hard. It's the 13th issue of Fantastic Four, the 13th issue of Avengers, the 13th issue of Captain America, and the 13th issue of Iron Man. Those were never collected. So, yeah.
We got a couple super chats. Thank you, Owen.
Thank you, Owen.
Do you think you and Sal from Comic Pop will ever collab on a podcast? You guys are both walking comic encyclopedias.
Thank you,
P.S.
brother.
Daredevil Innocente, please. Thanks, Owen.
Sal and I have emailed each other. We actually did an episode on my channel oh my gosh, it's been 3 years, and we talked about doing some more. And I would love it. Like Sal's my kind of dude. You know, he's a really nice guy and really knowledgeable. And I think if he goes to Baltimore Comic Con, I may hit him up and see if we can do something there, because I think we're gonna go to Baltimore Comic Con. So it'd be really good to catch up with him. And I love that you threw in Daredevil by Innocenti at the end of that. That was very nice.
All right, baby, here you go. You gotta say this line.
Your bargaining posture's highly dubious, but very well. This is I can't do it because I'm not like.
Yeah, no, you're like.
Orson Welles was like,
Do the champagne commercial instead.
the French.
The champagne. Your
But
bargaining posture is highly dubious.
Well, that's hot. That's hot.
But very well.
I will provide you with a new body and
and new
troops to command. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There you go.
That is not from Alf. Why did you throw Alf up there?
Because that was the only gift I hadn't used. It was the last one. Thank you, Jack. And Owen, thank you again for the super chat.
What are your
now I
favorite
gotta restart
Blu-rays or DVD special features? Dude, I love, like, part of the reason why I love also physical media is because they have, like, the creator's commentary. Kevin Smith in all his movies has, like, 3 different commentary tracks. There's one with the directors, one with the writers, and then some with the actors. I thought that was awesome, dude. So that's what I like. And I like some things that are, like, left on the cutting room floor, too, because I like to see what they left out. Like, sometimes it's a good decision to leave out things.
Oh, Owen said that he was going. Sorry, just that Sal was going.
Oh, you're going to go, brother?
Or, no, Owen says he said he was going.
Oh, cool.
So
I'll shoot him an email. I'll shoot him a message. Sal's good people. Thoughts on Legion of Superheroes 5 years later? Love it, dude. Takes a while for that big twist, though, right? But I love it.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
The French. Champagne.
Champagne. So you did wait long enough.
Sorry.
Have always been celebrated for their excellence. And Ryan agrees that you're both absolute ninjas and fountain of knowledge, especially Omar.
Oh, thank you for that, Ryan. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, he's a super smart guy when it comes to this stuff. Doesn't like collected editions, but you know what? He likes comics. Omni, what do you think of the rumors that Galactus was the main villain of the MCU Fantastic Four movie? Seems like a mistake because aside from Doom, can you top him? No one else? Why? No, don't do that, because that's the same thing of like using the parallax for the Green Lantern movie, and look how that did. No. You wait for Galactus. Galactus is coming. He'll come later in the 3rd movie, or make him the big threat of the next phase of the MCU. Don't throw him in there at the very beginning.
I always said you could talk about X-Men back issues.
Oh, yes. Dude, I would love that. First of all, thank you for sharing your thoughts and reviews on Weekly Comics. Second, thank you for emptying my wallet, too. You're so welcome, and I'm so sorry.
Saturday Morning Fan is waiting for a graphic novel and manga-only library in America like Japan has. May have to do read inside only and no take-home checkouts for rare manga.
I was going to say, I will tear it up. If I'm missing issues of Basara, nope, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Forget it.
Should Rodimus Prime Rib go with Thunderbolts Volume 3 Omni or both 1 Billion Genies and Righteous Thirst for Vengeance Deluxes?
I finished Righteous Thirst for Vengeance in I think an hour. Maybe not even that long. It is a quick read, but it's a page turner. Thunderbolts 3 might go out of print before those other books, and you get your money's worth too, because it's kind of a little dialogue heavy. 20 more years and Hugh Jackman can be cast as Old Man Logan, or like really Old Man Logan.
I got Volume 2 of 5 years later. Do you think there'll be a reprint of Volume 1?
Yeah, they've been doing, I don't know for sure, but they've been doing really good with reprints of their books. Yes.
Are you going to watch the Blue Beetle movie?
Mm-hmm.
When's it coming out?
Sometime in August. Amanda and I are going to review it.
Ryan's still not used to you without a beard.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Just I'll do a
Start with Mole
StreamYard. I just found out because when I had Sarah on last night, StreamYard has filters now.
Look, you can put a beard on you.
Yeah. Omar, when are you announcing the Black Widow omnibus? Well, I think I announced that in 2019. So you're welcome, Bar. That came out in 2020. It's one of the rare flat spine omnis, the COVID variants, as we called it.
What about Galactus' daughter?
No. Harold's Galactus.
They could use Annihilus for the first MCU Fantastic Four movie. That would be a fresh.
I would like that. I would love the introduction of the negative zone. I think it would be great. Annihilus. And then they can do Annihilation.
What are some comic book stories that have elements of film noir in them?
Is it unfair to choose books by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips? Because I think that's where you're going to find a lot of the answers, like Criminal. Black Sad, honestly, has a lot of that. Mystery has a lot of that in there. How are you, Kenny? Hope you're doing well, brother.
James, thank you for the question. Can you rank the Pee-wee movies?
I love that he starts
Big
with
Adventure,
Big Top Pee-wee,
Big Top
baby.
Pee-wee, and Pee-wee's Big Holiday.
All right, go for it, baby.
First, always, forever.
Big Top Pee-wee.
Nope. Big Adventure. I enjoyed aspects of Holiday, so that's second.
What?
No Big Top.
What? Big Top Pee-wee?
That's at the bottom.
Sorry, boys. Game's over. Pee-wee Herman needs a pickle.
He wasn't
it's one of the greatest lines.
Yeah, okay, yes. But it wasn't because it wasn't his character. he's fallen in love. No, like
He's cheating on
what?
his girlfriend
No,
with
like,
the Italian chick that was
he has
so
a
gorgeous.
girlfriend? Like, no, that's just so. Yeah, big Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I love. And we met him. We met him a few years ago, and we stood in not that long a line for a long time because he took his time with everybody, and then he was just talking to people in between, people that were at the table, attending to them. Like he would talk to people in line and talking to my daughter and the kid next to her, and I pushed Alicia out of the way when it was finally our turn because I was wanting a picture with him, just me first, and then the whole family. But he was so nice, and just yeah, I'm really glad that I met him because he's he's a great entertainer, and
He was.
So I was sad to hear of his passing, and
I think some people are very impactful when you're young, and they stay with you. I like the no beard look. I also love my mom's reaction when she saw beardless Omar. What was your mom's reaction? Just out of curiosity. I need to see the age representation.
No,
here.
Ryan said big. Big top P was horrendous. Yes.
But no, it was not.
I misread it.
It was not horrendous. He had a talking pig. The talking pig always threw me off though, because I was like, "Why is this pig can talk?" Like his dog didn't talk to him in the first movie.
Let's see. Omar, November by Fraction.
What's up with that?
Elsa Charretier is losing miserably
Why?
in the NMC Book Club poll. It is. Have you read it? And how does someone go about getting access to voting for November for book club? So glad you asked.
We do have a Patreon. It's a great way to support the channel if you can do so. It's starts at $1 a tier where you can get written documentation. $1 tiers, the $1 a month tier, and you also get to vote for old reader, new reader. And then there's the $5 tier, which gets you early access to videos. It gets you everything that the $1 tier gets you, and it gives you access to our Discord. $7.77 tier gets you access to the book club and everything underneath it. And there's the $10 tier, which gets you the your name at the end of the credits, and then the $35 tier, which is the one-on-one, which is currently sold out. And thank you all so much.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
So the $7.77 tier is the monthly book club, but people do their own book club meetings as well, as opposed to just the monthly Zoom meeting. And like we couldn't do this without you guys. Like seriously, like it just wouldn't be possible. So thank you.
Conan O'Brien gave
I'll
a
have
beautiful
to watch that.
I saw Elvira's beautiful story that she shared. Because they were really good friends. When I had her on the show, she was talking about, I cannot remember the actor's name that played
Jambi.
Jambi.
The genie on.
She had his ashes when
Pee-wee's,
she started crying.
Playhouse.
Yeah, she started crying. Like, because the three of them were just best friends. Don't forget, Pee-wee was back. Yes, that's right. He was back to the beach.
I didn't know that.
And
I don't even know what that is.
It's the movie
with
what's her name and her husband. Oh my gosh, Annette Funicello from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Nope, don't know. But Fly the Navigator, yes, I knew
Compliance.
That was his voice. And he's in
Meatballs
Wait
Part
for the
2.
Summer all year long.
Nobody remembers that movie.
For the summer, just to hear this or sing this song.
Sorry, I need the beard to come back. I'm still not used to seeing so much of Omar's face.
Somebody said, wait. Rahul said she stopped right in front of the TV and goes, he shaved?
I do shave.
I read that earlier, Rahul, but whoever it was that you're speaking of.
His mama.
Oh, okay. My mom was 72. Sadly, I wasn't able to hear in a comics. That's okay.
It's never too late. Will the beard maker come back to comics?
Is Brew Baker dry? Yes. Is it too dry? Omar loves them. Lots of people love them.
Love it. No, it's not too dry.
There you go.
Drink some martini when you're reading Ed Brubaker. Maybe I should start a channel like that. What to drink when you're reading certain books.
Drink a dry martini.
Natural light when I'm reading Bendis' Avengers. When I'm reading Jeff Johns. Ooh, this is good. I like this. What would I drink with Jeff Johns' Green Lantern? Probably,
Pee-wee is Penguin's father.
Well, no, JSA is an old-fashioned. JSA, I'd go old-fashioned. Dry martini for criminal. Why am I even thinking about this? Sorry. Which tier gets you to say on camera, I'm not, no. There is no tier for that.
Man, that's true. Pee-wee's Playhouse or Hey Vern, It's Ernest. So we talked about both of them today. I don't know.
Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's, yeah. Yeah, but I mean.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
watched Hey Vern, It's Ernest, but I don't remember much of it. And I remember Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
In fact, we did watch it with the girls years ago.
Mm-hmm.
$500 Daniel Way tier.
What does that mean? Like I bring Daniel Way to my house and we do a show together. I like that game, Omar. Keep going. It is a lot of fun because it's different.
Highballs for Highball Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan, I like that. Yeah. But then,
no,
like,
Rahul's boss bullies you. You bully into shaving.
She wants me to shave. Okay, I'll make her a deal. I will grow my beard out. Oh, bullies you into shaving, so she wants you to shave. Okay, you tell her you shave if she reads some comic books. Can of beer for Wolverine, absolutely. But you got to go with like something classic, right? But do you do like Canadian beer or do you do like American beer? Back to the beach at Pee Wee surfing in outer space. Big city beer. No, that's not Wolverine material. Big city beer is like Decan. No, Decan's like Bush. Decan's like Bush Light. Buddy Omar, what's coming to the bestest channel ever this week? My brother, Big Stu in Orlando. I actually took a picture. You'd be proud of me. I took a picture of my calendar.
Wait, really quick. Bud Light.
Oh, well
there
done.
There you go, Super Laugh Hard.
Bud Light. All right, let's see. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my live look at the DC catalog with my buddy Omnidog, Lars, and Jake from The Brave and the Boys. On Monday in the morning, probably 11:30, is my Spider-Man 4 overview. Omnibus Volume 4. It's the new printing. And then at 6 p.m. is my interview with the folks that are doing a tribute book to Osamu Tezuka from Magnetic Press. On Tuesday is the Marvel Trades first look at. And then Old Reader, New Reader, where we're talking about Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing, the first 4 volumes. On Wednesday is the top 20 or top 30. I changed it to 30 books I'm looking forward to the rest of 2023. And at 8 o'clock is Rios Talk with Amanda. On Thursday is my overview of Scumbag and Righteous Thirst. And then I can't even see that. On Friday, I think is my Batman by Peter Tomasi Omnibus overview. And the Dark Souls art books from Udon. So there you go, man. Thank you. Newt! I'm really intrigued by your irredeemable
Good job
overview.
Reading that, baby.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I had to do a little bit of a spoiler. I hate to, but it's so hard to not talk about what the big thing is that makes Irredeemable stand out without going over the first 4 issues in depth. Like, I don't like to ruin anything for anybody, and I love for people just to be like, Mark Waid, I'm checking it out. Evil Superman, sure. But I feel like you needed a little bit more to make him stand out because we have so many evil Superman stories, even within DC, like Injustice, we have Homelander, we have Invincible. So I think we needed a little more. So thank you for that, man.
What's your take on Aliens Omnibus? Is it worth it?
Absolutely. I loved it. I hadn't read any of the stories in 3 and 4, so those took me by surprise. With the exception of the Stoko story on the 4th one. So good. Volume 2 is one of my favorite ones, though.
Where should you start?
Brubaker. Definitely not X-Men. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Criminal is good. Scene of the Crime. Actually, start with Scene of the Crime. Scene of the Crime kind of gives you a little bit as to what to expect from him. But seriously, Scene of the Crime is a short story he did with Phillips, and it kind of helps you understand what kind of stories to expect from Ed Brubaker. Then you want to deep dive into things like Criminal and Sleeper, which is so good. Kill or Be Killed is probably my favorite book that he did.
Does Hickman have anything that is action-oriented? The little I've read always seems to be dialogue heavy.
Not without that fair mix of dialogue heaviness and action. I was gonna say maybe Secret Warriors might be the closest thing. So maybe Secret Warriors, yeah. Because even his own creator-owned stuff is dialogue heavy, like Nightly News. No, that's totally dialogue heavy. I love it. But even the East of West, totally dialogue heavy. And then you get a little bit of action. The first Fable Deluxe and the second on the way. Is it 3?
Yep.
You generally say it's
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
3 and the 9, 7 and 9 are hard to find, I think.
No, 3 is where you say upon its feet. Yes.
Oh, yes,
the flow of the story. Yep. You got it. Are you going to do an overview of the Amazing Spider-Man 4 Omnibus?
Yes, on Monday.
And Bar's saying Gotham Central, Catwoman. She got confused with the Pee-wee talk.
Oh,
so now she's yelling Poison Ivy.
I was gonna say Gotham Central is a good one, but that's also got a lot of Greg Rucka in there too. So it's not just Ed Brubaker. If you want pure Ed Brubaker, yeah. Hypothetically, DC wants to release one omnibus for each month in 2025, and they ask you to provide a list of your 12 omnis. Oh my gosh, Doc Holliday. Okay.
Thank you for the super chat.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. All right, here we go. January, Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka. February, Batman Post-Crisis, Volume 1. March, Superman, Man of Steel, John Byrne. Where am I at? April, Mark Waid, Flash 2. I don't want to wait till 2025, though. What comes after April? May, Warlord by Mike Grell. June, I have to remember my months here. Young Justice, Volume 2. July, Supergirl by Peter David, Volume 1. August, let's go with, Superman by Jeff Johns. Let's get that out of the way. All of Jeff Johns. Although I would like Fabian Nicieza and Kurt Busiek on there too. Sticking to my guns. Okay. Where am I at? What is that? 3rd? August? September. I'm in September now. Let's do September. JLA by Joe Kelly. Let's get that in there. Knock that out of the way. October. In October, something spooky. Oh, let's get some more of the House of Secrets, Volume 4. November. Green Arrow by Chuck Dixon, Volume 1. In December, give me that Nightwing by Chuck Dixon, baby. That's my answer.
Right.
There you go.
Woo!
Omar, what are 2 horror movies you love but everyone else hates? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't really, most of the horror movies that I like, most people really enjoy too. Like it's, I don't hear enough praise for movies like The Eye, the original Eye. I think that's an excellent movie, but has one of the best scenes in the elevator. I think it's great. If you haven't seen it, go and watch the original one. I just realized none of my Silver Age or Golden Age made it into my DC. I'm sorry. I should have thrown one in there for you guys.
Rojo says great picks.
Aquaman, Silver Age.
He was naming comics that he would like to see printed by DC, like Omnis, one a month.
One a month.
For a year. And people in chat were chiming in as well. And Bo, I'm so glad that you are enjoying yourself.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you're here with us, my brother. Troll Hunter. I like Troll Hunter. I don't think people like that one.
Do you have any comic translations in your collection? For example,
Patrulla X, X-Men. I have some. Not a lot. Not anymore, though. Because I mainly stick to collected editions. But I did get some when we were in Spain.
The Brave the Boys going to be joining tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live for the DC catalog. Definitely wear your Near Miss shirt tomorrow.
I'll wear my Boys in the Brave the Boys shirt tomorrow. I got to find it.
Let's see. So, surprised we're getting a Hitman Omni, but a Nightwing and Robin compendium.
Yeah, it's interesting what they're doing. But I'm happy with the Hitman Omni.
Jack loves Troll Hunter. 3 hearts.
Yeah, Troll Hunter's solid. It's fun.
Any advice for me tonight? What's tonight?
Well, I don't know
What's
if I can
tonight?
say what tonight is, but he's doing something special tonight. Don't pass out. Don't buckle your knees. And yeah.
Oh, you're performing a concert with a choir.
That's what he's doing.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know if I can say what he's doing because I don't want to spoil what it.
Don't pass out. Don't buckle your knees.
Oh,
because
she's
if
not
you
here.
Do that.
So he is gonna do. He's gonna.
Okay,
it's
that's
a
what I
big.
figured.
He's gonna be proposing to his girlfriend.
Oh, well, congratulations.
This is what you do, Brave and the Boys. You put me on FaceTime, and
no.
this is a $50 tier
Nope.
where I will propose for you.
Nope.
Yo, this is how it's gonna go. Yo, fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank.
My boy really likes you. He wants to lock it down. What do you say? You in or not? That's how I do it. That's a $50 tier. $75 tier, I get a little more romantic.
So that's the opposite of that Simpsons episode where Homer breaks up with people.
Don't
break up. Hey, Hunter.
And enjoy. No, seriously, man, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Like it's great. It's exciting. And always take pictures with your mind. Because you're not going to capture the moment, right? I wouldn't. But take pictures with your mind so you always remember.
Top 5 Eddie Murphy movies.
Okay, I can do this. Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cops 1, the original, Coming to America. Coming to America? Yeah, Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot for Mulan. I love Mulan. Dishonor to you. Dishonor to your cow.
Mulan is good.
Like, I love his character of Mushu. And let's see here.
That's a good choice. Good choice.
What would be my Eddie Murphy Raw? Does that count? Eddie Murphy Raw. Yeah.
Okay, so people.
Dang, I've been with my wife for 10 years, but I kind of want Omar to. I got you, man.
All over again. How about we make this relationship a collected edition?
I like that, Michael. I like that.
Jar saying, excited, but just interested to see what dictates a compendium versus an Omni.
Yeah, it is interesting to see the behind the scenes. Omar, what's the story behind the Alf jokes on the channel?
Oh, well, here you go. Oh, I think you see chat. Here's an Alf gift for you.
I think 4 years ago, my buddy Riley was on the channel with me. We were doing Met My Ex, and he mentioned like, oh, there should be an Alf Omnibus, and then people were like, yeah, and it kind of became a joke. And then eventually, David was watching one Saturday live stream, and he was like, hey, are people serious about the Alf Omnibus? And I was like, God, no, please. Don't.
But some people are.
But I mean, maybe there would be.
Some people.
But I was like, no, it's just kind of become a joke, and that's kind of how it got started. So that's the origin of the, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, some people are. Some people would like it.
Oh, the Golden Child's a good one.
See, look, Alf, what joke?
Okay.
We all want this. See, because it's awesome.
5 people.
There's
6
dozens. Will there be any upcoming Masterwork announcements?
Probably not until September. That'll probably be the next time those announcements go back up.
And Tara would get out. Did you receive your copy of Immortal Hulk?
Yes. You want to see it? I thought I showed it last week.
I don't remember.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Big boy.
It's a big book. This is the direct market. Trevor, is it direct market? No, this is direct market. I can't remember. I think this is direct market, but they do have different spines. Let's look at it underneath the dust jacket. I don't think I showed that. It's a piece by Alex Ross again. Oh, this scene. Creepy.
You help open that up. Oh my gosh, the table shook.
That
is a ton of cracking, y'all. Wait, shh.
All right. Well, I have. Hold on. No. Here we go.
Can you all hear the cracking?
There we go.
It's still cracking.
There's a lot of freaking glue in this one. I've stretched the spine 3 times. We got to get that eye bigger. I'm gonna do it
did
twice.
You see there's an Absolute Superman by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank coming next July?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right.
Very excited.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're excited.
It's big.
OMG.
It's a big
exclamation
book.
mark.
I'm not gonna lie.
Intruder smasher thickness.
Like nobody better break into your house. You dropping this thing on their freaking head. Release the Kraken.
I would 100% buy an Alpha Omnibus. The realization of that can be my pay for the timestamps.
God, really? Okay, Rhino Shadow.
We just talked about it for so long. I would definitely buy one too. I tried making one. I just forget and because I'm trying to find the comics at cons instead of ordering them. I'm trying to find them out in the wild, but I don't think that it'll ever happen if I do it that way, huh? And bind my
That's a
own.
big girl. Oh yeah, she is thicker than a Snicker. And
It's you can make an asthma of the book.
Let's see here. This Omni's bigger than Lizzo. No. Hey, she's big. Alien Volume 2 reprint. I haven't heard. I don't think so. But remember to vote every year. Hulk mad, Hulk smash like button. Thank you for that.
It's the first Hulk comic I buy in 45 years. Woo.
I gotta ask, wait a second. What made you stop buying Hulk 45 years ago? So you've never read like the Peter David Hulk? Or even Bill Mantlo stuff?
Oh, oops.
How many Omni Absolutes do you think you own, Omar? Oh, a lot. I haven't really counted a lot. This is iMac. 3 minutes left. Beautiful cover. I think I got the other one though. Should have went with this one. You can't lose with Alex Ross though. They're both Alex Ross.
Is it iMac?
Yes, it is. I answered that.
Okay. What's the best X-Men Omni for someone who cares more about Magneto than the X-Men themselves? That's a good question.
Oh. Volume 3. Volume 3 has a lot of backstories with Magneto.
Okay. Let's see. Just never cared for the character.
Of
Magneto? That's why this person stopped. No. Hulk.
Hulk. Oh, okay. I got you. No, I get it. Yeah.
Mutant Massacre Omni?
Yeah, but that's a different Magneto than Volume 3. Volume 3, he's still a villain, and you understand a little. You get to understand a little bit more of like why he is the way that he is. It's really good.
But All-Star, but no All-Star. That Vicky Vale booty took up like the whole page. And James is reminding people, if you want to watch someone with a beard, Omni Dog's Fault will go live after this show.
Does he have a beard? I thought he had a goatee. Hey guys, are you planning to review Scumbag? Yes, I already recorded it. It's just a matter of when I can get it out. Probably on Thursday. That video will come out, as well as Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. And Melanie, if you could have one omnibus of anything, what would you pick? Let's see if she's been paying attention to what people want.
But it's what I want.
What would you pick?
Come back to me. I have to text back.
Magneto Testament Gallery Edition, witching this into existence. That was a good one. That's the Greg Pak story, right? I want a Magneto by Cullen Bunn. Hey Omar, would you rate Alf out of 10? And is he better than a 6? Yes, Alf is like a 1 out of 10. Thank you guys for today's stream. Also, 25 years, no Marvel, only Vertigo. 25 years since you've been only buying Vertigo? It's a long time because Vertigo is no longer around.
I guess I'll pick Alf because I'm really lucky and all these books are in the basement, so I don't really.
That's a heck of an answer.
That I'm. There's nothing that's not collected that. I can't speak words.
Yeah, it's really difficult for you because you got a master's in English.
I'm not so deep into comics that I know something that's like, very niche and not well read that I want collected. I don't know of those things existing. So, Alf, final answer.
I just gave Alf a 1 out of 10. So, okay. This is a really good Dream Omnibus. Epics Akira, because it's in color. Those colors are beautiful. Whoa, Jack Ferry coming in with a hard question at the end. Top dead writer and artist to interview. Oh, dude. There's so many that have gone. You know, I think I would. Okay, as far as
guess.
as far as artists, I have to go with George Perez.
That's what I was gonna guess.
It seems like we would have a lot of fun, and he was such a wonderful human being. Like, yeah, I'd have to go with George. Writer? Oh, Mark Grunwald. Mark was always like, he always seemed like a good guy, and nobody speaks ill of him. So, thank you. So you don't like the beard either. Thank you. Dream Usagi Yojimbo Saga 2 to 3 hardcover. Give it to me, Dark Horse. You can't type all in caps, man. It's not how it works. Came back to comics exactly June 1st. Welcome back. I hope you stay. Bernie Wrightson would have been a good one too. There's so many good writers and artists that we've lost. Real talk. Where are Inhuman Omnis? Well, we're getting an Aquaman omnibus, so anything's possible.
Au revoir, Simone. Au revoir.
Oh, okay. Yes. But that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I love doing
Griff,
these streams.
for watching.
And thank you for being a part of this big stream every Saturday. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you to Final Shadow for doing the timestamps. We love you, man. But come back tomorrow. Come back every day. Much love.
I love how you're fizzling out. Stay minty. Thanks, guys.